paid audience, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you so much for coming out. My name is Sriraam. It means a lot that you made it here. Cool. People will keep helping me out, all right, as the show goes on. If you have jokes, please add to this. We work on it together. So, thanks so much for coming out. Quick announcement before we start the show. This show is mostly going to be in English. That's okay, yeah? Because my parents educated me. No, don't encourage that. No. Knowing English in India doesn't mean you're educated. It only means you can murder your wife and get away with it, right? Yeah. Not knowing English in India, they make you Prime Minister and all. It's a great country, you know. I'm mostly going to speak in English because I want to be on Netflix and not on Woot, right? But as of... Thank you. But as of today, I'll take Alt Balaji as well. So, good time. And I mostly do this in English, and I say this because I see the kind of tickets that you buy for Veer Das, who roughly does the same shit that I do. You guys sell out stadiums for him, huh? While I'm here in what could possibly be done in a living room. Who are you going to be answerable to, huh? But no. I started to write this art of comedy during the pandemic when I was reflecting on all the mindless content that we were starting to consume. And it started with this one incident where a friend of mine, he showed me a photo of him with Sachin Tendulkar, childhood idol of mine. That's not the bad part, right? This idiot, by the way, managed to achieve something in real life that I failed to do in Photoshop. That's not the bad part. In that photo, my friend, he's pointing towards Sachin like this. Makes sense, right? Like Sachin Tendulkar, hundreds. Greatest cricketer to ever play the game. Makes sense. But Sachin is also pointing towards my friend like this. What happened there? Is Sachin thinking, Vivek Ramaswamy? Regional manager west of Bharti Airtel, yes. Failed his sales targets for the last 2 quarters. Put his resignation, but they gave him a raise and he took his resignation back. Fucking sellout, yeah. Is Sachin going back and bragging to his friends? You won't believe, guys, who I got a photo with. It's Vivek Ramaswamy, you guys. Regional manager west of Bharti Airtel. That's not the worst part. At that time, his daughter came running to me and was like, look, Papa got a photo with mutual fund uncle. Mutual fund uncle, the disrespect to Sachin Tendulkar. At that moment, I realized why children should be beaten up. But what can you do, right? Children are subject to market risks. Have to read the offer document carefully before ejaculating, I guess. No. I mean, and that's what, I'm 36 now, that's what turning 36 feels like. It's seeing your heroes diminish in time. Right? Sachin once, by the way, went to meet Michael Schumacher and they exchanged gifts. Schumacher gifted Sachin a brand new Ferrari and Sachin gave Schumacher a signed MRF bat. That's when you realize Sachin gifted cricketer, but not a gifted gifter. He's the ferns and petals of gifting. Sachin. He could have given MRF tires. It's somewhat of a car right there, Sachin. But they diminish in value in your perception, right? Sachin once went to watch Maria Sharapova play in Wimbledon. And after the match, journalists asked Sharapova how it feels. Sachin came to watch you perform. And Sharapova was like, I don't know who this Sachin is. And I swear to you, every Indian male sports fan got angry. They were like, how is it that the woman that I jerk off to doesn't know about the man that I worship? You know, like that insecurity that comes in. And should someone be criticized for not knowing who Sachin is? No, right? So many people in this world don't know who Sachin is. Like Gandhiji doesn't know who Sachin is. Harry Potter doesn't know who Sachin is. He's imaginary, but that's no excuse, yeah. Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma's daughter doesn't know who Sachin is. She can barely recognize Anushka before the lip job. So do not encourage this. I do not like. I'm sure she will know who Sachin is as India's #1 MRF tire salesman. Because Sachin played cricket for 20 years and he sold MRF tires for 30 years. So who is he truly? So now I've slowly fallen out of love with cricket, and my relationship with cricket is kind of like a toxic ex, like I don't follow cricket, I like to follow the gossip around cricket. Like the IPL, horrible event. It's like if cricket were on TikTok, that's what the IPL is. You look at the average IPL cricketer, there's a sponsor on the helmet, on the chest, on the stomach, on the ass. Soon they'll take off their pants and you'll see adult diapers there being sponsored as well. What will soon happen in the IPL? Bumrah, he'll come, he'll bowl a bouncer. He'll hit the batsman right in the face, the batsman fall down, unconscious. That's when Bumrah will look at the camera and go, "Isne to laparwahi dikha di." Magar aap HDFC health insurance abhi lena. Like that'll be the new IPL, Rohit Sharma hit a six like, "Main to run banao, lekin hum dream team bana rahe ho ki nahi?" Like that'll be the new IPL. Neeta Ambani buy Hardik Pandya in the middle of a run. Like there are some things that money can't buy, but for everything else, there's Geo Finance. Like that'll be a new IPL. That's 2 years down the line. 5 years down the line, they'll change the name of cricketers. They'll be like, on strike is Sanju Samsung Galaxy S15. Bowling to him is Patanjali Cummins. Yes. And it's high up in the air, underneath it is Tata Suryakumar Yadav. And he takes it, yes, what a victory. Everyone's running towards him. Rishabh Pantaloons is running towards him. Hardik Pandya is running towards him. Their captain, Virat Ambuja Cement Kohli, so proud of his players as he looks to his mentor in the stands, MS Office 365 Dhoni. The losing coach, Sachin 1+9 Dulkar nod, consoles his players, Shubman Gillette. Today he realizes he's not the best a man can get. As the Multan Mystics win the 2027 Akhand Bharat Premier League, brought to you by StatGPT, right? Yeah, that's a new IPL. And you'll be wondering, thinking there, am I even allowed to take in a moment of human emotion without being constantly reminded about my duty to be a consumer? And I promise you will be when Jim Sarv comes in a cred ad. And he'll be like, when you pay your credit card bills with cred, you get cred reward points with which you can exchange gifts like watching the IPL ad-free for 10 seconds. And then you'll get 10 seconds of ad-free cricket. So no more emotion now. Hate the IPL. Every year when the IPL happens, my friend calls me, "Sriraam, Mumbai, we lost. Like, we? I didn't even participate. Just because I'm born here now, I'm responsible for the whole city's success and failures now. Plus, my ancestry is only from Chennai, so I don't support Mumbai. I support Tamil Nadu to become an independent country. So that's why... I support the lack of sugar in sambar to appease Gujaratis. Right, yeah. Hate the IPL. But you have to watch India-Pakistan matches, otherwise they question your patriotism these days. Interesting thing, when every other match that India plays, when India is batting, 1 crore people are watching. When India is fielding, 40 lakhs. No one in India takes fielding seriously. Indians originally want to play golf. They're like, we only have 1 bat, I guess, so. Only time when the number is same is when India-Pakistan, That's what it takes for us to take fielding seriously. They're like, okay, you know what? First have a partition. Then war. Cross-border terrorism. Better season of Coke Studio, we'll give you that, all right? Then we will interest in fielding, I'm still not over India's defeat in the ODI World Cup. Very disappointed. Not on the players, on the fans. Not one of them want to throw a bottle. I grew up watching cricket in the '96 World Cup when India was losing, fans threw bottles at them. That was recycling back in the day, all right? Not one. Neeraj Chopra was in the crowd that day. Neeraj Chopra. You're telling me an Olympic gold medalist thrower of things. He didn't want to throw a bottle, huh? Spiritual leader Sadhguru was there. He can motivate a bottle to throw itself. That's how good he is. He didn't want to throw a bottle, huh? Lord and Savior of Bangalore, Nikhil Kamath was there. He can fund a startup that only throws bottles at cricketers. That's how good. He didn't want to throw a bottle. Bahubali director Rajmouli, he was there. He can use VFX to combine 6 human beings to become a bottle as they rotate. He didn't want to throw a bottle. Chinmay Bhatt was there. He could have reacted to each of those balls being thrown. As the editor jump cuts to five of his friends laughing for no reason, He didn't do anything. Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah was there. That's it, he was there. What are you going to say? He's in attendance right now. So, generally not into cricket these days, is the point. Fallen out of love with it. But if you shouldn't watch the IPL, but one thing you should watch is the IPL auction. It's a beautiful event. It's the only time a white man is selling black cricketers to brown businessmen. And no one sees the irony of it. They're like, Pollard going once or 15 crores, 15, 17, 17, 19, 19. Paul's like, bro, I thought we ended slavery. This is how my great grandfather was sold, man. Oh, you're taking a knee for Black Lives Matters. Very nice, sure. In the pandemic, the IPL happened in Dubai because even Dawood Ibrahim wanted to work from home. So, interesting thing in that IPL during the pandemic, Shah Rukh Khan came in and had to buy juice and was like, "Jab tuitions too good hain, to bacche bhi too good hi honge, hai na?" And then Aryan Khan got arrested for peddling drugs. I went to buy juice. They had no drug peddling course in them, just coding for 5-year-olds. That's what it is. Recently, I went to see women's IPL because I watched too much gay porn. All right. And in the commentary, they were like, this cricket match is so tense, it's like a game of chess. What the fuck did you just say? Did you just compare an outdoor sport with an indoor sport? Now you can say anything, right? This cricket match is so colorful, it's like a game of Uno. Say it. Women's IPL, they were like, oh, what a great moment of equality for women, No, that's not equality, I feel. Equality is when a woman can own an IPL team, fix a match, and continue to be the BCI president, right? That's true equality, isn't it? So, stop watching cricket, start watching chess now. In the pandemic, I was watching this chess match between Lawrence Xavier of Bangalore, Nikhil Kamath, and Vishwanathan Anand. And Nikhil Kamath cheated in that match. He used the help of a computer. I thought, wow, this chess match is so fixed, it's like a game of cricket, That's a good start from you all. I would rate you at a 7 on 10. But the problem is, you guys know at this point, you're used to watching content but not knowing how to react because you want a reaction channel with it, to tell you how to feel about it. Right? So let me help you out with that. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jabi Koe. I am part American, part Korean. I love everything about India, Taj Mahal, what a beautiful monument in Rajasthan, Agra. What a lovely place. Love everything about India. Your national anthem, Jai Ho, what a soulful song. Your national bird, A.R. Rahman, makes such amazing sounds. Love everything about India. One person I didn't like recently is this comedian that I saw. His name, like Sauron Pandemonium, I think his name is. Whatever, I don't get it. He recently was openly out there dissing the IPL. And the IPL for me is like any other Indian festival that I like. For instance, Budget Session, Filmfare Awards, Shah Rukh Khan's birthday. Love everything about India. A comedian that I really like is this guy called Veer Das. What a lovely comedian Veer Das is, because he actively seeks out my white person approval of his culture. Second thing I like about Veer Das is beautiful monosyllabic names, which really are conducive to fame, Veer Das. Unlike this, unlike the Sriraam Patai Ramen guy, just keep saying rubbish all the time, Anyways, guys, we are now 10,000 subscribers strong. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye. Yeah. In the pandemic, I still have some bad habits that I've continued to keep. Every time I eat food, I need to watch some content about food. Anyone else does that? One, sir. Thank you, Shantanu. Thank you, Nisha. Paid audience, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do that, and it's a clear situation. You know, like every time, like I'm having like a nice, delicious burger, I'll watch Master of Australia. But every time I feel that I need to, you know, like eating some Karela or rubbish, something like that, then I'll watch one of those like samosa gulab jamun videos, you know, to compensate for it. Yeah. So everything okay? You're beautifully.
I gotta take a piss, man. I've had too many beers.
Sure. It's not like it's an event where there are multiple cameras recording it. Not at all, sir. Not at all. You want a camera to follow you inside? Is that something lovely? Hey, I like her entitlement. I gotta take a piss, man. I'm multiple beers. Like, okay, beautiful. Now you're gonna walk back in, and we're gonna lose momentum again, and that's the effort we put in for this shit, you know, for just someone to go like this. That's the life. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yes, pandemic, food choices. All right. I was once watching MasterChef Australia, and they were like, tonight you're going to prepare a dessert, and the main ingredient will be fruit. And then Garnier came in the ad break and used the same fruits to give you longer and stronger hair, right? I'm like, how do I balance this morality right now? That's why food in the pandemic also became another thing that we consume like content. Like, I recently went to this place called Cyus. You guys have been to Cyus? Cyus, they have a dish there called Mom's Poha. Mom's Poha. What happened there at Cyus? Like, tonight, you're going to prepare poha, and your main ingredient will be your mom. Yeah. Mom's poha. Went there, ordered, took a bite of it, tasted nothing like my mother's poha, man. Then the waiter shouted at me, like, Sriraam, sit up straight. Or something. He's like, Mom's poha now, son. Yeah. Like, chew your food and do your homework. He's exactly like my mother's poha now, man. So I got my mother there, asked her to try the poha. She took a bite of it, she got emotional. Like, you know what, Sriraam, this is exactly like my poha. It has a hint of your grandmother's disapproval. That is how good it is, you know. A slight feeling of want to divorce your father for a better life. And somewhat try lesbianism as well, you know. Yeah. I mean, there's a place now called Grandmama's Cafe that's open. Grandmama's Cafe. Went there, ordered, they gave me a bill at the end of it. I'm like, wow, Dadi, you've changed. This is where I touch your feet and I have 2,000 rupees in my back pocket. Now you're asking money from your own grandson, you old hag? You know, like... At this point, you've ruined it. So please, like, what is this half-committal ruining that you're doing? Fucking main character energy that you're bringing to the show. You know? Took a piss?
Yeah.
What color?
Light yellow.
Light yellow. Okay, cool. Anyone else wants to do anything right now? Someone wants to dance on the chairs, go for it. This is the moment where you guys can shine. Please take it. Alright, do whatever you feel like. Alright, all good? Cool. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jabi Koi, your favorite approver of Indian culture. We are no longer just a reaction channel. As of now, we are also an explainer channel. I'm going to pause that video right now. By the way, love everything about India. Love everything about India. Just remember that, you know, love Lata Mangeshkar also. One of the best architects of flyovers in our country. Love everything about India. We are now an explainer video. I'm going to pause that routine by Sriraam Padmanabhan right now, and I'm going to tell you about how an awful routine that is, because he uses food, which is intrinsically supposed to bind people, and divides them. Look at how disgustingly he talks about his grandmother. And just so you guys realize what a good stand-up comedy video is, I'm going to show you a video by my favorite comedian, Veer Das, and how he talks about food and his grandmother. Check it out. So I grew up in an angan. in Patna. White people in the audience, you don't know what an angan is basically a home with extra home where there's no home. And I used to spend my evenings running around in my angan. And after that, I would come and sit in my grandmother's lap because she used to tell me stories. Did I care about the stories? Fuck no. But I cared about the one thing that she held, which was biscuits. And she held with her the greatest biscuits ever made, which is called Parle G, yes. Parle G is so much better than your cookie, alright? Your cookie is just a biscuit with insecurities. Interesting thing about the Parle G, when you dip the Parle G, you have to quickly eat it, otherwise it dissolves. Now you need more Parle G to excavate the original Parle G, which is basically just Mari. As you can see, that beautiful routine by Veer Das. And someone else also. That beautiful routine by Veer Das. So good. He unites people, talks a heartfelt story about his grandmother and Parle G. Now I'm going to get you back to Sriraam Padmanabhan's routine, where he talks about food. And you'll realize how the rest of his routine just doesn't work. Just check it out, but I apologize, yeah. So food became very controversial during the pandemic. When people, thank you. Enjoying the show better now, no? When like, food became controversial during the pandemic. During the pandemic, when everyone realized, gee, China, they eat bat, yuck too. Then every country started to confess. Japan was like, we eat the snake, very umami. Yes. France was like, we love snail, très délicieux snails. Australia, like, we eat turtle, mate, you know. And at one point they said, are we as Indians not a big enough country for us to have our own weird food? Thankfully, we started to drink Gomutra. White people in the audience, if you don't know what Gomutra is, it's just pride coming out of a cow's ass. Sure. You know? Good old organic, free range, farm to table, gluten free Gomutra. Right? No. Yeah. Which means, if we as a world, as one society have to come together, we just will find one weird food item that all of us enjoy eating. Which is why I'm glad to report the next generation of young adults from India, China, Australia, France, Japan, everywhere, they're really into eating ass. Good old organic farm to table, gluten-free, vegan ass. So if right now you guys don't eat ass, please start doing it. Not for yourselves, but for world peace, you know. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you saw, that rest of that routine by this idiot Sriraam Padmanabhan, whatever his name is, Sasta Malenga, as they call him, really doesn't make any sense. He talks about eating ass. Is that the sort of culture we have in America, Korea, and India? No. Compare that routine to Veer Das. What a beautiful routine that was. Anyways, that's the end of this explainer video. We are now 100,000 people strong. Yes, which is why for the first time we have a sponsor. This video is brought to you by Cyus. Yes. Use my code in the description to get 10% off of your mom's poha. Use the code twice to unlock your stepmom's poha as well. Why not? Link in bio. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Sure. One applause, yes. That's the thing that every comic dreams of. One applause. Yeah. And one person giving a standing ovation. Why not? Yeah. Anyone has an iPhone here? iPhone people with iPhones, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's bad. Already, that's bad. Because I have a theory that room of people, more than 3 of us have an iPhone, none of our opinions matter. None of them are in tune with the real world, you know. Maybe I'm delusioned because recently at a flight, I saw a 6-year-old kid have the latest iPhone. I so want to go up to that kid and be like, you know, there's a kid in China who can manufacture it. By putting it out there, right? I mean, but you got to give it. Remember when they launched the first iPhone, where Steve Jobs came out and was like, people are lucky to witness even one of these technologies in their lifetimes. Today we have 3. We have a phone, an internet communicator, and an iPod. I'm like, okay. Like, don't you get it? A phone, an internet communicator, and an iPod. Like, okay, why is the Zara salesman yelling at us? You know, like, you know, it's called the iPhone. Yes, and everyone's like, yay, the iPhone. All right, cool. You know, and ever since then, I've hated every iPhone that's come out. You know, like, what I hate more is the advertising that they do with every iPhone. They're like, shot on an iPhone. Have you seen that campaign? Shot on an iPhone. Close up of a cactus. Shot on an iPhone. Silhouette of someone dancing. You never see the day-to-day photos we see in real life ever being shot on an iPhone. It's never some cab driver spitting pan, is it? No. That's on a lava phone, right? Yeah. Huh? It's never someone taking a dump outside a railway track, right? Yeah, that's on a Xiaomi, is it? If you take those photos in an iPhone, it automatically installs Android in it, is it? Yeah? Huh? Shot on an iPhone. After that iPhone 15, they start to just go extra. They're like, oh, iPhone 15, titanium, yes. Just putting things which the phone is made of. Naming random elements from the periodic table. Like iPhone 16, nickel, cadmium, yeah. 17, boron, yes. And, you know, rhymes with the kind of user who buys it, I guess. sorry, iPhone people, sorry. I mean, and yet, I've never seen all those MKBH, ABCD guys ever review an iPhone for its truest manner. You know, they are never like, check out the new iPhone 16, guys. Now, iPhone 16. It has 50 gigahertz of compute, 60 gigahertz of RAM, because it was built from semiconductors mined from coltan by Congolese workers who are not paid. You know, like that. What a beautiful iPhone. You know, check out the finish, the titanium finish, titanium mine from Kazakhstan, ruining the environment. Yes, what a beautiful phone. Yes. Check out the screws in this. Such a beautiful. The Chinese kids really worked hard on this, isn't it? Yeah. Check it out. It has 22 hours of battery life. Yes. So you can watch now the documentaries about this shit. Yeah. You know, lithium ion. Why not? Yeah. You know. 26 GB at $699, yeah. You know, 256 at $699, you know, and 512 at $899, yes. Because now the people who have worked on this phone can never afford it, yes. No, never that. In the pandemic, they want to stop iPhone manufacturing in China. They were like, no more Chinese. I want to see that. I want to see American kids start working on the iPhone. America would so quickly realize the key to great technology is not innovation, it's oppression. You know, innovation makes a great iPhone, but oppression makes it affordable in 12 easy EMIs. You guys enjoyed that? That's a joke, a social commentary, and an underlying message. A joke, a social commentary, and an underlying message. It's called Nivedas! Yeah! Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Jabi Koi, back here. We are no longer just a reaction channel and explain a video. As of today, we are also a comedy channel. Because this idiot, he keeps coming back on my feed even though I do not want to watch him. I guess that's how the algorithm works. When you watch one thing of something, it keeps serving you 10 million things of it. Anyways, as of today, we are also a comedy channel because I realized that if this idiot can perform comedy, anyone can. So here's my debut stand-up comedy clip where I perform comedy. Check it out. Hi guys, my name is Jabi Koi. Anyone seen me before? Anyone seen me before? Jabi Koi. I'm part American, part Korean, which means I like dog and I really love dogs. As you can see, that was such a beautiful routine. Audiences were applauding. No one went to urinate in the middle of it. No cameras were adjusted at all, isn't it? Because when the audience's attention is so wrapped in a routine, you don't need to play gimmicks with it. We are no longer just a reaction channel, explainer video comedy channel. We are also a comedy masterclass because as of now, I have aced comedy with that one joke. So you can combine my comedic stylings with my masterclass to get 10% off on your own comedy successful career. Yes, use my code JABIQUE10 to unlock my masterclass. Link in bio. See you in the next video. By the way, we are now 1 million strong. Yes, 1 million strong. Why are you applauding for this? We are now 1 million strong. We are growing at a fast rate, and this time there's no sponsor, but we have increased our rate, so I guess the market will take time to correct itself. See you in the next video. Bye. Can we all agree the worst byproduct of technology is social media? And the worst byproduct of social media is an app called Instagram. Yes? Yes. Yeah. Like, how do I say this? I saw one beer biceps video. And ever since then, I've been only served beer biceps videos. Now, I know roast comedy is a big thing these days. I do not want to roast beer biceps. I have no motivation to roast beer biceps. Thankfully, I have like motivational quotes from him to get myself going. What you create is not yours, but the universe creating through you. Okay, so beer biceps, yeah. 27-year-old motivational speaker, beer biceps. There used to be a time to achieve something in life, use those achievements and learnings from it, and then motivate people. Not with beer biceps, no. He just has a podcast with these successful people and assumes success. Success by Bluetooth is what this truth is. Yeah. No, don't applaud that. I have no motivation of roasting him. You guys, no motivation. I have another quote though. Do not think about the person you are, but the person you should be. Oh, interesting. I want to be a person who roasts beer biceps. That's beautiful. That's why, when you ask him, hey, what's your mantra to success, beer biceps? Like, okay, two things. Always give your 100% and retain your semen. Yeah. Do not masturbate. Sure. Yeah. I like beer biceps one day to go and donate blood and give it 100%. That'll be nice, no? What a world that is. Yeah. Again, no, don't applaud you guys. I have no motivation to roast. Do I have any motivation to roast? Oh, I have one. Oh, yeah. Hey, okay. If you can't, then work towards it. Okay, I'll work towards motivation. Roast it. Okay. That's why 5 minutes into his podcast, you look at beer biceps and he has no depth. He's like, क्या आप aliens पे विश्वास रखते हो? Yeah, I believe in aliens, beer biceps. One Zoom, masturbate vigorously to you. That's the sort of thing aliens are. Beer biceps, Too much content. Too much. Like, during the pandemic, I used to follow this YouTuber. He was a gamer. He used to play Call of Duty every day. Right? He went to 1 million subscribers, had a gold play button. Then he realized, hey, I'm also part of the army after Russia invaded Ukraine. So he got drafted in the army. Did the content stop? No. What he did, he put a GoPro on his helmet and started vlogging the war. Vlogging the war. Terms you don't expect to hear in one sentence. Vlogging the war. But his fans are gamers. They aren't going to go from virtual reality to actual reality. They probably think he's just upgrade to better graphics. They're like, bro, what's your GPU, bro? This is so realistic right now. That's what they're probably thinking. Bro, you missed an easy headshot. Are you a noob or what? That's the sort of shit they're thinking. Too much content. And something happened today where I don't know if this happens to you, where I opened Instagram, browsed it, shut it, subconsciously I opened Instagram again. That's the level of control that app has over me. You know, that subconsciously I'm starting to open Instagram these days. Doesn't it own us now? You know? Which means I genuinely don't know how much more control Instagram has over me and what other things I'm doing subconsciously. In order to just continue to create content. I'm starting to feel scared. Am I even living life in the moment without documenting everything that I go through? Where I'm no longer just functioning in the moment, and I just feel like I'm opening a QR code for some reason. I don't know why I did that. But I feel I'm not I don't know if I'm living in the moment anymore, you know, like something or the other keeps coming up, I feel, you know, and I just keep creating content. I have no control over myself. No control over what I do, what I say. I don't know if I'm blabbering like my genuine fear, you guys, is that I don't become one of those annoying vloggers who just start vlogging things, you know. I hope I'm not. Hi guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yes, we have with us Nirav. I know Nirav, and that's Mayank, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, hi. Hey, you guys want to be on my blog? Yeah. Hi, Mayank. Yeah, hi. You guys want to be on my blog? Yeah. Paid audience. You guys want to be on my vlog? Yeah. Hi. Aren't we having a good time right now? Yeah. Hi, guy who went to pee. How are you? Yeah. How does it feel to piss in a toilet and on my live recording both at the same time? I mean, love it, you know. You want to vlog? Yeah, vlog. You know, like, I mean, yeah, I hope I don't become one of those people who, you know, keeps vlogging every... How do you have my phone? I don't know. Yeah, subconsciously I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just out there, yeah. I went to the Taj Mahal recently. You guys have been to the Taj Mahal? Taj Mahal, everyone? Yeah. If you haven't, it's just basically reverse Michael Jackson. Started off as white, quickly turning black. Right. And it happened because two of my close friends found love during the pandemic, right? They found each other. These two idiots who couldn't find a restaurant for us to go to found each other. Yeah. Previously, in a pre-social media, pre-dating app era, I would have respected them. Now I know what the scam is. When two people are meant to be together, all it means is the guy's mommy issues and the girl's daddy issues beautifully mixed together. So if two people are meant to be together, all it means is that the guy's mother and the girl's father originally were meant to be together, you know? That's my solution to dating apps. Have an orgy with the in-laws. With these two idiots, I had to go to the Taj Mahal and for a pre-wedding photo shoot. That's what they do. And there's a huge difference between visiting the Taj Mahal as a single person and someone who is in love. Because when you're in love, you see like, oh my God, what an eternal monument of romance, wow. When you're single, you see it for what it is, overcompensation. You imagine how much Shah Jahan must have fucked up for that to be his apology. Every day it's like, Japana, do you want roses for... No, not roses, not enough. Okay, chocolate. No, chocolate's not... diamonds not... No, we need to build her a funeral home. That, you know? If Mumtaz were alive, I should have looked at him like, Shah Jahan, are you cheating on me? That's too much. Is there a second family? Oh, I'm 2 out of 7 families. Wow. You know. One of the best things, white people know, by the way, when they visit Taj Mahal, they're always like, oh, it's not as white as look in the photos. Then you look at them, you're not as white as you look in the photos. And one of the best things to look at in the Taj Mahal is how these white people are annoyed by those salesmen until they're forced to buy something, you know, like. And one of the white person that I saw was Jeff Bezos, all right? He was at the Taj Mahal the same day. And I wonder if Jeff Bezos realizes how annoying that is, you know, where someone keeps selling you things until you're forced to buy something, you know. If Jeff Bezos realizes how annoying that is, you know. Went closer to him, turns out not Jeff Bezos, someone looked like Jeff Bezos. Yeah, I saw Amazon basics of Jeff Bezos. At the end of our trip, we went to a public toilet in Agra. Outside the toilet, black in color, was written in the memory of Janki Das Devidas Saraf. I thought that's the opposite of the Taj Mahal, isn't it? Where some guy hated his wife so much, he's like, you know, people will remember you when they urinate for 2 rupees and take a dump for 5. You know, like. And if BDSM has taught us anything, there's very little difference between true love and true hate. All this content for what? Like, you know, like, I mean, I remember a pre-social media internet where the only thing that was in excess of was porn. There was so much porn at one point in the pandemic, Pornhub deleted 1.5 million clips. Still, they had 7.5 million left. And because there was so much porn in time, sex became very meaningless. Casual sex is nothing today. It's like hugging someone. True intimacy is holding hands in public. Ever tried that, you know? Yeah. I mean, and that's why sex now has become so overrated. Anyone else feel sex is overrated? Anyone? Okay, only me. You guys are having multiple orgasms every day, sure. It's overrated because the same activity every time. Man orgasms, woman may or may not orgasm. Woman gets pregnant, 9 months later, baby's born. Same script every time. So it's something different, no? Man orgasms, woman also definitely orgasms. Woman gets pregnant, 9 months later, latest MacBook Pro. For once, both the guy and the girl would be excited in the delivery room. You're like, honey, push, it's a retina display, yes. 4K video. Touchscreen is there. We have 1 TB of hard disk. At the very least, you have to role play. You're like, hey, you be Fawad Khan, I'll be Aishwarya Rai, you know. Now there's some random guy called Suresh who has to work at Accenture till 6:30. That's not where his day ends. He has to now go home and be Fawad Khan. Look at the pressure on Suresh, you guys. People eat food off of each other during sex. Hey, we'll eat chocolate syrup, you know. It's always like something exotic, chocolate syrup. It's never dal chawal, you know. Yeah. I feel if you truly love someone, you'll eat dal chawal off of them. Call me old-fashioned. Once my girlfriend and I did that. We're like, hey, we'll have chocolate syrup. You know? Like, hey, but you can't just have chocolate syrup, no? Or like some ice cream with it, right? So, okay, we get chocolate syrup with some ice cream. But you can't do just dessert, right? Some like main course, like, so yeah, we'll get some biryani, like nice biryani. We can't just main course and dessert, no? We have to do some like starter. Like biryani, okay, you want salan, I want raita. Okay, but you have to get some starters. So we got some like, you know, nice, like, you know, good like masala papad going, you know, like good starters, you know. But you can't just have starters, main course on side and the dessert. No, you want something to drink, right? So we got like a virgin mojito and like a Fanta, and you know, like we had all of that. Went to sleep. Beautiful night. Beautiful night. Once my girl and I, things got a bit out of hand. We forgot to use a condom. So next day you have to get the pill, right? The pill. It's a pill called the eye pill, right? It's the least famous Apple product, but the most effective. In America, that pill is called Plan B, which I find very arrogant for a name of a pill, because it assumes that I failed in my Plan A. What if my Plan A was to have unprotected sex? Cool. So, okay, plan A is wearing a condom. Plan B is the pill. It begs the question, what's plan C? Right? Plan C, I'm guessing controversial, but abortion. Sure, okay. Plan C, maybe, yeah. Begs the question, what's plan D then? Right? What is plan D, guys? Plan D is turning gay. That's plan D. Which begs the question, what's plan E? Right? We're at E, no? Yeah. Plan E. Plan E is moving to a different city and changing your identity. That's plan E. Which begs the question, what's plan F? Right? We all want to know what's plan F, no? Yeah? Plan F is calling her ex up and convincing him it's his. That's plan F, alright? Yeah. Which begs the question, what's plan A, B, C, D, F, G? Plan G, right? We want to know what's plan G. Right? What is plan G, right? Plan G is putting that kid up for adoption, which comes closely to plan H, which is re-adopting that kid back. But now it worships you because it's adopted. Yeah? So that's plan H. We're plan I. No, we need plan. What is plan I, you guys? What is plan I? Plan I is playing peekaboo with the kid, but as soon as it opens its eyes, it's now alone in the other station. That's plan I. Right? So, that's plan I for y'all, which begs the question, what's plan J, right? Plan J. What is plan J, you guys? What is plan J? Plan J is trying to put the baby back in and see if you get a refund. That's plan J, right? Which begs the question, what is plan K, you guys? What is plan K? We have to have more plans. What is plan K, right? Plan K is trying to see if you can sell it on Amazon. That's plan K, all right? Which begs the question, what is A, J, K, L? What is plan L, right? What is plan L, you guys? What is plan L? Plan L is sending it to Elon Musk and seeing if he notices whether it's one of his 10,000 kids or not. That's plan L, right? That's plan L, you guys, all right? That's plan L. Which begs the question, what's plan M, right? Plan M. What is plan M? Plan M is pretty simple. You have to invent a time machine and go back in time to stop the conception from happening. That's plan M. Which begs the question, what's plan L, M, and N, right? What's plan N, right? Where N, no? Yeah, N, right? Okay, so now this gets pretty simple. Plan N to plan W, right, is have fun because you've just invented a time machine. Right, which begs the question, what's plan X, right? WXX, yeah, what's plan X? Plan X is going to one of those doctors in Bollywood movies who's like, हम या तो माँ को बचा सकते हैं या बच्चे को. And choose the mother. That's plan X, right? Which begs the question, what is plan Y? What is plan Y? Plan Y is to overdose on drugs, which is generally the plan in life, all right? Here the good bonus is you end up killing a fetus. So that's also good, right? Which plan Y, all right? Which begs the question, what is plan Z, you guys? What is plan Z, right? Plan Z is doing a stand-up comedy show and asking people for suggestions because officially out of plan. So you guys have any plans for plan Z? Yeah, any ideas? No? Cool. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Javi Koi. We are no longer just a reaction channel, an explainer video, a comedy video, a masterclass video. We are now also a tech channel. I'm tired, you guys. This idiot keeps coming back. Now I've taken it upon myself to use the powers of generative AI to create a stand-up routine about him, which actually is very good, which is closer to Weird Al, my favorite comedian, you know. And you'd see how in this routine, he actually talks about his actual innermost insecurities and not starts to attack the world at every given moment. You start to see how he's more introspective about things. Check it out. So my ex once told me that her oldest sexual fantasy, that she's driving around the Pacific coast with Bollywood actor Fawad Khan. It's sunset. Fawad stops the car on the side, unbuckles his seatbelt, switches off the music, gazes into her eyes and says, I can't believe I found someone like you. And they make out under the moonlight. When I first heard this story, I thought, fuck Fawad Khan. Because now I know every time me and her, we are having sex, I'm thinking of her with Fawad fucking Khan. And it's not like we had a great sex life either. At one point, she started faking orgasms so much they came with a made in China stamp. At that day, I told myself, if I ever meet Fawad Khan, I'm going to walk up to him with that fist clenched and punch him like, you ruined my relationship, you asshole. Anyways, 3 months after she told me this, we are out on a date. We are driving on a red Wagoner in an Uber pool. It's sunset in Marine Drive. The Uber driver stops the car on the side. He unbuckles his seatbelt. He switches off the music. He looks into my exercise and says, Madam, pishab karke aa raha hu, theek hai? Goes and urinates next to an electric post. Anyways, 6 months after our breakup, the event company that I'm working for is handling the IFA awards. I'm backstage. Guess who I meet? Fawad fucking Khan, that's right. Now I know what's going to happen. Our eyes meet, suddenly my fist clench. Now I'm thinking of him and I in the Pacific Coast. A red BMW convertible. Fawad stops the car on the side, unbuckles the seatbelt, switches off the music. I'm like, no, Fawad, not only will you ruin my relationship, you won't make me question my sexuality either, you know. As you can see, that routine, which was AI generated, speaks so much more about this comedian. You could feel his innermost insecurities. And that's the sort of comedy that I like. Anyways, we are now a tech channel, and if you want to generate your own AI videos, you can use my code for today's sponsor. It's Midjourney AI. Generate your own first 10 stand-up comedy videos by combining it with the masterclass before. We are now 10 million subscribers strong. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sriraam Padmanabhan. We are no longer just a comedy video channel. We are now also a reaction to a reaction channel. Little bit about me. I love everything about Korea. Yes, love everything about Korea. Love it. Love bulgogi. What a nice dish, yeah. Love BTS behind the scenes, right? That's what it's called, no? Love everything about Korea. What I love about Korea is that it's very realistic with its prefixes, like North and South Korea. Unlike Great Britain. Which means there exists a mediocre Britain. Or as we like to call it, Ireland, I guess. Anyways, we are now 27. Our subscribers are reducing. Okay, 27,000 subscribers strong. We'll see with more comedy videos coming soon. I'll see you soon. Bye. Yeah. One of the things that I've realized what all this content does and the most impact it starts to have is with fake news, right? Fake news is a thing, you guys. Fake news, as if real news wasn't enough. Now I have fake news, yeah. And always the same thing. Hindu man kills Muslim man kills Hindu man. Why is there never any positive fake news? Why can't it be Hindu man and Muslim man come together to kill a vegan? Biggest peddler of fake news, by the way, this guy called Arnab Goswami in English, you guys agree? Yeah? When did we agree that Arnab is the nation? He just went with it and assumed it. You know? Every night, like, the nation wants to know. Arnab, you want to know. The nation wants to know when the next season of Patal Lok is coming out. We have different priorities right now. I mean, imagine hanging out with this idiot on a day-to-day basis. You're having, like, You're ordering food in a restaurant with him. The nation will have fresh lime soda sweet. No! The nation has preferences, you choose. And I myself am affected by fake news because my father, he works for the BJP. Alright? The BJP doesn't know it, but he works for them. Alright? So, but as a student of history, when you visit Taj Mahal, you realize that you want to learn from your history, right? Like, you know, the Emperor Shah Jahan, he spent $1 billion of people's money back in the day to build a monument that no one wanted for his own selfish needs. Can you imagine something happening in today's India, guys? A politician spent $1 billion of our money to build a monument that no one wants for their own selfish needs. There'd be protests on the streets, right, you guys? Huh? Especially if they gave us excuse like we're the tallest monument in the world. You know, like, I mean, or you know, it's earthquake proof, or there's a food court in the chest area somewhere, you know? Yeah. Imagine electing such a government, you guys. Impossible, yeah. Imagine re-electing that government now, you know. Imagine and electing that government for the third time with a minority. Impossible. That's the sort of debates that people are happening. Like, social media is so divided, like everyone's so divided. Then you come outside and like people are not debating about this. People outside are more concerned about, you know, like Coke versus Pepsi, you know. I mean, they are concerned about iPhone versus Android, you know. They are concerned about DC versus Marvel. They are concerned about Sriraam Padmanabhan versus Vidas. You know, that's the sort of shit that they are concerned about. And I've never seen anyone on social media change their opinion. Never. Never. Alright? Never. No one has changed it. Like, you know, like I recently met this comedian, was bitching about Vidas. I don't know why. When he's, you know, he just thought like he's this sort of binary person who just is like, hey, two Indias, you know, one that takes a shit and the other eats it. I don't know what anyway, I didn't see. But you know, like, and you could see that how like the algorithm affected him as well. Because for the first time, for the longest time, I could only see one Veer Das, you know, one who always appeases white people, you know. Then later I saw another Veer Das. One who managed to make a lucrative career in Bollywood, you know, despite being an outsider at some ways, you know. Then oddly I saw a third Veer Das. How is that possible, you guys? I thought there were only two of something, you know. There's a third Veer Das, yeah, who loves pets and cares for them. Then I saw a fourth Veer Das, you guys, the fourth Veer Das. Fourth Veer Das, you know, who manages to carve regular stand-up specials, and even though he started the scene in some ways, continues to remain in prominence even today. And get an audience all over the world. You know, that's the fourth Veer Das. I saw fifth Veer Das who once gave me a job as a writer. That's the fifth Veer Das. You know. Then I saw sixth Veer Das who was reviewing biscuits online. I thought, yeah, fuck it. You know, like, yeah, no one changes their opinion online anymore. It's just sad, yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my stand-up comedy show. Yes, what is all this content created for, right? So that it could be advertised in some other shit. Like, too much advertising for too much content. That's the world that we live in. Do we really need LED hoardings, you guys? LED hoardings? Where you're driving and suddenly you're forced to watch a PPT on the highway for no reason. And it's always very eye-catching. Like, whoa, McDonald's logo. McFlurry. Mango flavor. Buy one, get one. Whoa. Suddenly, attention's undivided, but your car's on the divider, right? That's the ratio, the attention to car on divider ratio. Right? I mean, once I was watching a LED hoarding, it was bright outdoor advertising. We reach out to 10 million Mumbaikars every day. So that was a hoarding that advertised the fact that it's a hoarding. Love it. And I say this because recently there was a hoarding that fell down in Bombay, happened 2 minutes away from where I stay. That could have been me. And my first thought was, wow, these non-skippable ads have gone too far. Soon what will happen is, as the hoarding's falling on you, you will get a pop-up ad which says, do you want to subscribe to premium hoarding that will fall on your face? That's the level of... Because capitalism has to find something out of any tragedy, right? And I know this because I myself used to work in advertising. Where to describe the job of advertising to you, it's basically pretending to be overexcited about the most chutiya thing your client will think. That's the job. You'll be sitting around a client like, Sriraam, Harpic is now launched. lemon scented toilet cleaner. And you have to look at like, no way, sir. Did I hear that correct? Lemon scented toilet. Oh my God. So 1 second, 1 second. Hi, babe, happy anniversary. Yeah, no BMW for you. Yeah, they managed it. Lemon scented toilet cleaner, babe. Yeah. Love you. Call you back. Yeah. Hi, Dr. Marker. Hi. Yeah, want to cancel all therapy appointments. I had a major breakthrough. Yeah. Not through you. Lemon scented toilet cleaners, yeah, sir. Yeah. They're working on jasmine as well, so I don't think I need you. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, then you go back to work in advertising in an agency. You're working with 4 people, none of whom want to be in advertising. They want to change the world. So they impose their own morals on lemon scented Harpic toilet cleaner. They'll be like, Sriraam, I read in the news that those poor manual scavengers, when they go inside those manholes, they have to go drunk to avoid the smell. Which is why a campaign should be, buy lemon Harpic, end alcoholism. And you'll be surprised how easily shit like that gets approved. Because who is taking the decision is some MBA chuth who has no imagination. All this content for what? I remember. Shouldn't there be some distinction between content and art, you guys? Some distinction. How is it that Netflix has Ben Kingsley playing Gandhi in his biopic and Vivek Oberoi playing Modi in his biopic? Shouldn't there be some distinction? Yeah? How is it that Spotify has both Shine On You Crazy Diamond and Shining in the Setting Sun like a pearl upon the ocean? How is it they are both? Shouldn't there be some distinction? Yeah? How is that YouTube has AIB sketches and Tanmay Bhatt react? Shouldn't there be some distinction between art and content, you guys? How is it that Book My Show has both Sriraam Padmanabhan solo and Nivedita solo on the same day? Shouldn't there be some distinction? The worst thing that can happen to art is it can become an ad. Every time I listen to Coke Studio, I'm so confused whether I should add more soda to my rum or convert to Islam. Ever had that tone feeling? That's art becoming an ad. Content becomes an ad very often. Very often. You see that happening when all these influencers come on board and they start with something very relatable. Like, guys, आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा traffic हो गया है. There's too much traffic, And have you noticed, your lane never moves, but every other lane is moving. Too much traffic. No, guys, too much traffic. Have you noticed, when you're next to the signal, even though your signal and the other person's signal is 2 minutes, your 2 minutes feels like 20 seconds. But their 2 minutes seems like 20 hours, no? Have you noticed, yeah? Are you noticing? Have you guys noticed, how, there's always an overexcited RJ on the radio. Why are you overexcited at 8 o'clock in the morning, Always some asshole behind you honking, what are you honking for? Where will I go? There's always a poor beggar who comes and asks money from you. But have you noticed when you honk, your palms become sweaty? Which is why Force Essentials has now launched a new hand cream. Use my code Devika40 to get 40% off on your first jar of Force Essential hand cream. Link in bio, yeah. You can use this template to sell anything. Anything. Guys, too much traffic. Your lane never moves. Every other lane moves. Signal yours 2 minutes 20 seconds. There's 2 hours. Overexcited RJ. Why are you overexcited in the morning? But if you want to be as overexcited as RJ, Force Essentials is now launching cocaine. Use my code Devika40 to get 40% off on your first line of coke. Link in bio. Anything. You guys want to plug a product right now? Anyone wants to plug? We can do it right now. Any product, sir. Anything, ma'am. Anything. Any product. Name a product. Go for it, sir. Yeah.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Beautiful. Guys, too much traffic these days, right? Too much traffic. Your lane never moves. Every other lane moves, you know. There's always signal, 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 2 hours, you know. And I mean, the overexcited RJ honking behind you. Poor beggar comes in. But you don't want to touch that beggar, do you? You know? Forest Essentials is now launching. Sure. Yeah. Link in bio. Link in bio. Content never becomes art though. The only time it became art was just completely by chance. It happened during the pandemic when there was this Burmese lady who was doing aerobics. And behind her, a military coup was taking place. That's the pandemic in a nutshell. Your dahi, dalgona coffee. Behind, oxygen cylinders are not there. You know, beautiful. You know, hey, headstand challenge. Yeah, headstand challenge. Behind genocide, right? Love it. Hey. T-shirt challenge. Yeah. Behind Tony Kakkar release another song. Yeah. Every time you take a trip from the Mumbai-Pune Expressway, on the way there's a hill. On that hill there's a gigantic Jeep logo. Giving us a giant fuck you, right? Seen it? Have you seen how in the Mumbai coastal line now they have these ferries which just have hoardings in them, advertised? Which means some B-school youth looked at nature and went, that's great content, you guys. Should advertise in that. And who creates nature? God. Which means we've reached a stage where God is a content creator. Which means soon, Mark Zuckerberg will come out and be like, Meta has signed God as a content creator. God now has a blue tick account on Meta. You can use Oculus VR to feel like God. Feel His omnipresence, omnipotence, omniscience. God has promised us some brand new content. He's going to release new religions, is what we've heard. Which we at Meta can't wait to use it to segment audiences to rig elections. We're excited for the kind of collaboration that God does with our collaborators in the Meta network. So there's some amazing things happening soon. Stay tuned. And then Beer Biceps will come out in a podcast. And he'll be like, guys, normally... I tell you that every podcast that I do is the best ever podcast, but today I mean it. Because today we have the one and only God. God, before I start, I've written a poem for you. Tvameva Meta. Tesla Tvameva. Tvameva Baidu. Saspas Tvameva. You like it now? Yeah. Tvameva Wikipedia. Algorithm Tvameva. Tvameva server. Mama data. Yeah. तो क्या आप एलियंस पे विश्वास रखते हैं? As I was trying to write this hour of comedy, one of the biggest insecurities that I had was, what if I end up creating an hour of content myself? You know, is content that's self-aware about itself also content, or is it art? Who knows? There are various ways to end a comedy special and convert it into art. One of those ways is when a comedian starts to give a very serious, heartfelt monologue. where the camera starts panning slowly into him. You know, it's not happening now. They'll take care in the edit. Okay. The camera slowly starts panning into him to give him legitimacy for the kind of bullshit he's going to say for the next 2 minutes. It'll be like, during the pandemic, for a brief moment, we all felt that this is the great pause that the world needed. For a brief moment, we all felt that the way the world is going should not be the way the world should continue to be. We all felt that we are one because the vaccine that saved us during the pandemic, every country in the world was involved in. Which means there's one person from every country within us saving us. Do some shit like that, you know? Yeah. That's one way to go about it, you know. The second way that you can convert, you know, a comedy routine into art is by breaking the fourth wall, which unfortunately in comedy is fifth wall because it's already an interactive medium. So you have to look into a camera that's looking into this thing, you know, like say a CCTV camera like there, you know, like you can look at it and address the flaws of this room, you know, like how people urinate in between for no reason, you know. And then you can like come back to this. So that becomes like, you know, oh man, they went to another axis of, you know, interaction. That's one way. And all this debate about art, right? It made me so insecure that I really didn't want to create an hour of content. I want to create an hour of art. Until my friend told me, you know, Sriraam, most great pieces of art were once abandoned.